Growing up in Sydney, the Sydney Opera House was something that I was always drawn to from a really early age. I remember my mother taking me to performances when I was quite young. It was a place that, for me, represented cultural excellence. Then growing up, I began to appreciate the architectural elements of the building. We were in conversation with the Opera House team about staging my result runway show there. At the same time, we were having this conversation with them about renewal, and the uniform component was part of that conversation. Of course, I said I would love to be involved, and it was, for me, it was just a really exciting process that felt like a really natural progression in terms of furthering that relationship with somewhere that I had such a strong connection. Looking at the building, I broke down a few visual concepts and looked at how we could turn them into very simple motifs, whether that's a fold on a cuff or the way a lapel folds back, different ways that we could create parallels between the architecture and functional details within a piece of clothing. Great.
It's natural. I mean, this
folding sail became a motif that we built around the tailored jacket. The tailored jacket has become the hero piece within the collection and something that we modelled a lot of the other pieces around. It really is about making it practical and functional and something that really does also represent the Opera House brand. It's at a point where they are renewing that identity. So it's a really nice opportunity to be a part of that process. The big stage of the project at the end of last year was presenting the collection to the team in Sydney. Both the management team, but also the staff themselves. Getting their feedback in terms of the details, the styles, the shapes, and continuing to refine and evolve the designs before putting them into the sampling process. Once those prototypes were developed, they were presented back to the Opera House, and the stage we're at has been finalising those prototypes and putting the finishing touches on each of them before they go into production.
When I first saw it, it was quite captivating. I quite liked how simple but elegant it was, and once I put it on, I really liked how it looked on as well. I just would never have thought that would be a possibility, that my opinion on something I wear in my day-to-day is actually heard by the person that designs it, let alone a well-renowned fashion designer.
Right size, yes. It has been the process of making adjustments that listen to people's feedback and take those things on board whilst trying to maintain the integrity of what I was originally trying to achieve. Learning how people use the uniforms. It is about what you need to hold. It's about the several pieces of equipment that you might have on you at the moment and working out how they work through a shift.
It's really great to have a uniform now that just fits and is very comfortable and is very functional. It's also how much you enjoy wearing it, and if you feel pride in what you're wearing, you behave differently.
It's been such an icon for me as an Australian and me as a Sydney-sider. Working here now and being part of the living history of a building I have such an admiration for is very, very rewarding.
Definitely my favourite piece is the tailored jacket. I think for me that started as the framework for how we built the rest of the collection. So hopefully staff will feel really proud wearing the jacket, and as time goes by it will become emblematic of their uniform and something that they're quite proud of that represents the Opera House.